do not expect a dancer to talk to you intelligently. Whatever he has to say, he has it in the movement of his body. And that's all you're supposed to demand from the person. You wouldn't believe, I've met many people in the arts that you couldn't talk anything at all. They feel very dumb. But once they were in the medium, they would express everything. I think that came from the chase. I remember distinctly, I said, this is a wonderful photograph by Karsh. He says, I'm not very pleased with it because it doesn't reflect me, what I am all about. He thought he looked a little bit too strong. I remember distinctly.
But you see, he comes through as very thoughtful.
Yeah, yes, but probably because of the uniform. I don't know what, but he definitely said, I don't think he kept it.
But I think
I thought it was a marvelous shot, and he looks powerful here.
But I also think, you see, for him, he tried twice to enlist in the Royal Canadian Air Force. The first time they wouldn't have him because they found when they examined him that he had tuberculosis. Really? So he had to go to a sanatorium, and then 9 months later went back, and it took a while to be accepted. So he was already nearly 2 years in Toronto before he enlisted. And I think it was for him a matter of pride. And Auden, in this poem, writes about the uniforms as so dashing, and was obviously very struck because he would have travelled down to see Auden in Washington in 1943. So that I think it's an impressive photograph, but he doesn't like it.
But I love the photograph. See, this is really him.
It gets him better.
Yes, I mean much better than the other one.
Right. I mean, I've got a great deal of notes and so on. I mean, you see, what I do is there's just a great deal of notes on different people and on the different. You see, what I have to do, I have to take this sort of record, and then it's like clues as to where he went and gives me all. But you see, that's all. The problem that I have is then that's the official record. But of course, when he went on a tour of duty to Washington, he was unofficially meeting people like Auden and so on. So that's the difficulty of the biographer, that you can't just work from the official sources, except sometimes letters which John Thompson wrote. Or I write to, I mean, he worked with Clement Freud at one stage, but it's then a question of finding different clues. These are my letters to Frank Thompson. We've corresponded, we've had now 6 letters on difference. I just keep the notes. Natasha Spender was very good. We spoke on the phone, and I wrote up a description of the conversation that we had. Sent it to her. She annotated it and corrected it and so on. I'm trying to sort of establish, but then
See, those people like Natasha and all those things, they would probably, well, I'm sure they would be much more helpful because they're more on the level, at that level, and spend much more time with him because they're more the same age.
Yeah, in one sense, but you see, there is what I would quite like to do, there were a number of young people whom John, I mean, of those whom he was formerly the guardian of, like Matthias Lever, Sebastian Littmann, and then there were others like Jeremy Hooper, and he put together, for example, he made sure that Jeremy Hooper, he said, now look, you go, when you go to Edinburgh, there's someone called Ricky DeMarco. Go and see Ricky DeMarco. Go and see, and there was his two adopted, Matthias Leber and Sebastian Lippmann. So they all knew each other in Edinburgh. So they were like a sort of self-sustaining group. And so that has its own identity, and that seems to me or his students and so on, and that I hope will be a chapter. And of course he knew so much about education. And I mean, he was a great expert on education, and I hope that, so, it would sort of be a chapter on how he took people under his wing.